I have never felt this unsafe in my life. In all my 26 years of being a black man on this earth.
Their number one argument is all these foreigners are coming into our country stealing our jobs. Why none of you at work then? Why none of you at work? Because it's giving zero work ethic.
Well, I can't get a job. They come to this country and they just get a job just like that.
So when you apply, what do they say to you?
Well, I've got a criminal record. Assault.
Assault.
Yeah.
How long?
I've been following up on the UK riots. Actually, scratch that. The racist riots that is currently going on in the UK. They are targeting mostly brown and black people, and they are saying that they want to make their country great again and they want it back, right, from these immigrants. That's what they're saying, and the videos that I have watched, it's quite shocking, right? Like the animosity, the vitriol, the way they have been targeting normal people like that are just walking on the streets. They are not bothering anyone, and it's quite upsetting to watch, obviously. And I was unfortunate enough to watch it in the morning when I woke up from my sleep, and that's the first thing I had to watch and go through, and it really bothered me. But I've been thinking about it the whole day, and I think we can, especially as Africans, there's a lot that we can learn from what is happening in the UK right now. Stay in your own country, please. I know that this is not fair and our people should not be treated this way, but the fact is that that is how they're being treated right now. They are scared for their lives right now, fam.
I have never felt this unsafe in my life. In all my 26 years of being a black man on this earth, I've been hearing of racism, but for the first time in my life, I feel so unsafe. I won't lie, I'm actually terrified. I'm scared for myself and every black person right now in Middlesbrough. It is crazy. Like, I do not understand what is happening now. Yes, a black guy killed people. Doesn't mean all black people are murderers right now. Like, literally, they are burning down cars right beside my street. They've broken all windows, looted people's stores. My university, Teesside University, has been broken. The gym building broken. Olympia building, where I did my graduation like 2 weeks ago, is broken. The place where I shot a video about me with bicycle, which is like my last 2 videos on my page, literally everywhere there has been broken, and every black person there has been harassed, either lynched, stabbed, beaten. Like, it is crazy. Like, they're literally stopping cars on the road to check if you're black before they can let you pass. New buildings that are made for people, you don't understand, they're just building these houses. They broke everything. Like, this is so crazy. I have never felt this unsafe like this, like in my life, all my life. Like, I had racism, I had slavery, I had all that, but what is happening right now is crazy in Middlesbrough. What is going on right now is crazy. So for every of my black brothers, my Muslim brothers that are based in Middlesbrough, today, 4th of August, throughout this week, just be very careful. Don't move alone. If you are going anywhere, take a cab if possible. If possible, just stay in your house. Like, it is scary. I am scared. I am terrified. I'm traumatized. This is just crazy that you can be attacked for your skin color. Like, literally, you can't walk the streets right now. Like, I can't go out of my house. Like, I'm locked in. I'm scared to even show my face on the window so they don't break my window. Like, they are breaking people's windows. They are burning people's cars. They are beating up people. So please, you guys should be safe. Thank you so much. Stay safe.
Have you seen the fear in his eyes and his voice, how terrified this young man is? Imagine this. Most of these people that they're targeting were born and raised there. All they know is the UK. But this is how they are currently being treated. Let's say someone somewhere did something bad. Did these people deserve to be treated this way? The innocent person you're targeting on the street, does he deserve to be treated that way? Does he deserve to be insulted and physically tackled? Does he deserve that? Because you think that one person or two people did this and that? If we go with that ideology, do you know how many of your people will end up in a bad situation? Can you understand that? And the irony of it all, wanting to go back to greatness. How did how did you become great in the first place? Just enlighten us. We all know the history. Do we need to go back and explain to you exactly why you became who you are right now? We can do that, by the way. And the funny thing to me is how they can be so angry at these people, but they don't even have the same kind of energy towards their royal family, the royal family that is benefiting from them, that they tell them that we are here to rule you, right? And they show them what they're dressed like, the expensive dress that they wear, the lavish lifestyle, and they're okay with that. Where they draw the line is people that are different skin tone coming here and being successful, right? Because today is the first time I'm hearing about this, how heavily the UK economy is dependent on these immigrants. The immigrants they hate so much.
In case you haven't been paying attention, despite the fact that the Southport suspect is a Brit who was born in Wales and is called Axel, the narrative of people like Nigel Farage, the Reform Party, and people like that over the next few years is going to be that immigrants are a threat to the lives of British people. So I'm going to close that discussion with two simple facts that you can use whenever one of those people opens their mouth. Point 1. 16.8% of the population in England and Wales was born outside of the UK. So immigrant people make up less than 17% of the population, and yet 19% of the people working in the National Health Service are not British. The highest numbers being Indian, Filipino, and Nigerian, black and brown people. And for the record, this doesn't include people who've gained British citizenship since they came to the UK, so the number might be far higher. But regardless, the facts show that the percentage of immigrants working in the National Health Service is significantly higher than the percentage of immigrants in the general population, which means immigrants are more likely to work in the NHS than people born here. Bluntly put, they improve our doctor-patient ratio. So immigration objectively, mathematically, literally keeps this country alive.
Honestly, this was disheartening to watch, but in my opinion, this is, something that everyone has to clock in so we don't forget going forward. And please, fam, like, especially Africans, because this channel is about Africans. I know they're also targeting Middle Eastern, like anybody that is brown and black. But Africans, fam, we don't deserve this. We don't deserve this treatment. We can actually build our continent and live as we please, fam. We don't have to deal with this nonsense. If only enough of us say we are going to build where we are and we are not going to be treated like this anymore, fam. This is just this is not right. Obviously this is not fair, and you have to stand up for yourself, and you have to also create boundary, and you need to be safe first. I understand not everybody's in in a place where they can just get up and leave. I understand that, okay? I'm speaking for those that haven't yet left their country, their house, their homes. Just think about this. Look at what our brothers and sisters have to deal with. Just 2 weeks ago in America, a black woman called for police because she thought she saw someone, or she thought there was an intruder. And they came to her house and unalived this woman, fam. This is what our people are facing, but unfortunately we think that the grass is greener on the other side. Let's think twice going forward, and I'm so sorry for what you're going through, our people in the diaspora. I'm sorry, you don't deserve this, obviously. And as well as Ireland, same thing has been going on in Ireland, it's just we didn't talk about it. I can show you clips of it. Yeah, so basically we're being targeted. Just realize that. And as much as it's very sad to realize that you will be mistreated, you will be discriminated against, you will be unalived because you're different, we also have to understand we have a home. As bad as our home may look like right now, we can work on it, is the message that I want to send. Anyways, fam, there are a few things that I thought were important and will add to this conversation. So I'll add them after this, like after I say bye to you. please stay tuned to watch those points, because I think it's really important to have those conversations. Anyways, I will see you on the next one, fam. And for those of you that are in the UK, Ireland, all these countries that are currently being hostile to you, I'm so sorry for what you're going through. Please think about returning.
I wanted to say to you today, it's about those riots that I've been seeing. Let's call them what they are. They are riots. Stop calling them protests. Stop calling them activists. I'm tired of all the rhetoric that you're coming out with. Call it what it is. Now, in spirituality, regardless of which denomination that you ascribe to, right? They say that if you want to cast out a demon, you need to know the demon's name. You have to call the demon by its name in order to be able to cast it out and tell it to leave, right? And so the issue with Britain is that Britain does not want you to call the demon by its name. The name is white supremacy. Like every other name, we're dancing around it. We're like, oh, they're far right this, they're that. You know, it's unconscious bias. Britain is a tolerant country. What do you mean tolerant? Have you ever sat down to break down the rhetoric that you use as it pertains to Britain? Britain is a tolerant country. What do you tolerate? You tolerate something you don't like. And so we're told all of the time, I don't like you, but I'm tolerating you being here. How is that a positive thing? Britain is a multicultural country. Britain is not a multicultural country. Britain is a multi-ethnic country. You have numerous ethnicities or various ethnicities that live in Britain, but Britain has one culture, one dominant culture, and that's what's being perpetuated right now. And then you've got, members of parliament who are saying things to you like, oh, this isn't the Britain, this doesn't represent Britain, this isn't the Britain I know. How did Britain come to be great? Does everybody need a history lesson? The same violence that you're seeing playing out now is the whole reason that Britain was able to dominate most of the world from that very same depravity. But instead of being educated as to the history and the energy that pervades this island, people don't want to talk about it. Everyone's pretending like they don't know how we got here. You feel like just because you voted in a Labour government, your work is done. Everybody get to work immediately, especially the Liberals. You lot get to work immediately because you're too busy telling us that, oh, hatred won't solve anything and you're disgusted by what you're seeing. If you're so disgusted by what you're seeing, go and tell your granddads, your uncles and your fathers and your brothers to stop the behaviour.
Do you know what's absolutely baffling me the most? More than anything, with all the racists on the street right now rioting and beating people up, is that their number one argument is all these foreigners are coming into our country stealing our jobs. Why none of you at work then? Why none of you at work? Because it's giving zero work ethic. It's giving, you haven't even got one tooth, let alone 1 degree. Okay? You've got absolutely all going on in here. Nothing. It's because you get up at 9 in the morning and sit at Weatherspoons drinking. Also crazy that you hate anyone that isn't white, except you're not even white anymore, Simon, are you? You're bright red because your blood pressure is through the roof, because you drink Stella for breakfast, lunch and tea. Okay, you look like a tomato. You look like a tomato. You're embarrassing. You're embarrassing our entire nation. Go home and get a job, you prick.
How important an issue is immigration to you?
Well, I can't get a job. They come to this country and they can just get a job just like that.
So when you apply, what do they say to you?
Well, I've got a criminal record. Assault.
Assault?
Yeah.
How long ago?
Well, I've been out of prison now 3 years now.
And so you blame immigrants rather than your criminal record?